Hi guys, Kim Only here with another episode of Piper's Adventures through the Cup of Nations. This is the last battle in the second round, so the second group stage, and we have Piper with the Seleucids as usual against Vicoxbeats of the Roma Victor clan. And yeah, so we've got Macedon against the Seleucids, and in this game Macedonians have 15.5k while the Seleucids have 15, so only really a slight Denarii buff for Macedon, not really much to speak of. Probably just a few more upgrades or something, not much too significant. So Macedon has got 4 Royal Pikes, unupgraded it seems, 2 Greek Cav, 6 Companions, a lot of Cretan Archers, 2 Cretan Archers and 6 regular archers. So this is 6 regular archers as always, 1 peasant, 5 silver shield legionaries, yep, 2 catters, 2 sized chariots, 2 companions and 2 militia cav. Nice diversity. And so advantages on the surface. Piper has the advantage in everything except missiles, and that's always tough for whoever the opponent is. So those militia cav are probably going to be trying to pick away at this side. I suspect these Greek cav from Vicoxbeats are going to try and pick away at things over here as well. You really don't mind if these silver shield legionaries go into these royal pikes. That's probably what you want them to do. And the goal here for Vicox is kind of anything really. If he can get a nice cav engagement, he can just win the cav fight and win that way, or he can try and go for the strategy of killing all the missile units and then boxing up. Although that is a bit tougher with these unupgraded royal pikes, it is possible. And yeah, I feel like the strategy Vicox is going for is probably they just win the cav fight strategy somehow. He's probably got these royal pikes on the flanks because he doesn't want them to engage his silver shield legionaries, but he wants them to engage a cav fight of some kind, and that they might be able to swing the battle for him. That's probably what he's hoping for. So if these size chariots or these cataphracts come in, or these companions and this size chariot comes in, he can just chuck a unit or 2 of royal pikes into the fight and come out on top. That's the hope anyway. Piper's game plan probably just to somehow get engaged with these silver shield legionaries onto something nice like these royal pikes, and then just after these pikes are engaged, you can just run around and sweep up individual cav units or groups of cav units even. And yeah, even if that doesn't happen, because of the mobility of cavalry, you can probably just go in with your size chariots and snap up a few cav units and then win. Oh, looks like this Greek cav's getting caught. RIP Greek cav. Yeah. So Vicox, not sure how he's doing in the missile fight. Not too sure. But Piper's keeping these side chariots well back because he knows they're going to be invaluable against these companion cav. 6 companion cav versus 2 side chariots, 2 companions and 2 cataphracts. I think the Seleucids come out on top in that scenario. The Seleucids gonna bunch up a bit. Oh, also these infantry units, right? They can actually be targeted down by the Seleucids quite effectively. You can push with the infantry and then use these cataphracts or these companion cav to charge the royal pikes in the back when they're trying to run away from the infantry, and then take them out of the equation. And that really puts a dent in Vicox's game plan. And then after you've killed maybe even if you kill just 2 units of royal pikes, your cav can just do whatever they bloody want, because these 2 pikes over here are way too far away to affect anything, right? And even if they try to run around, they're not going to catch any cav at all. So if you just take a few of these royal pikes out of the equation, you can pretty much do what you want to Vicox's cav. You can just snap some up with chariots, and then yeah, that's pretty much GG. I guess what you are worried about is the scenario where he is able to protect the archers with the heavy cav. If he's able to keep these archers relatively healthy numbers with the heavy cav, then he can run around while shooting your infantry or shooting your cav, and then you'll be very sad because your things will get exhausted or they'll just get shot to pieces. But Vicox really should, I think, keep these keep these royal pikes closer, maybe here, even closer to the middle, because you want them to be able to respond quickly to any threats that these cav come up with. So, you know, if a charge comes out, you want to be able to quickly respond, get into the fight with these royal pikes, because that's your win condition. Some peasants just rolling around out here. Piper is just pushing up with these silver shield legionaries and then shooting, pushing up and then shooting, trying to eke out some advantages that way. Looks like Vicox hasn't really thought up a response. I think what Vicox could do is go for a push around one of the sides, maybe go for a push with these royal pikes around one of the sides, and see if you can pick off some of the archers that way. Because Piper's got just one big blob of infantry, so if you just avoid the blob of infantry, then you might be in like decent shape to take on the cav. Because you just don't want to get involved with these infantry units, right? So if you, yeah, this is pretty nice from Vicox actually. He's running away with these guys and he's coming in trying to get some stuff. Maybe not. He almost got some stuff, I guess. Not really gonna work out, and not really gonna work out the way I thought it was though. Piper a bit too smart. Probably even trying to bait Vicox into going for this stuff, and then having all these calves and stuff ready to just kill him. Vicox is now down to pretty much just this Cretan archer unit, and there's really a couple of really depleted archer units. Oh, there's a pretty healthy one here. So he's still got some shots left. Yeah, it's just gonna be Vicox running around, it seems, and Piper chasing him around with the Silver Shield Legionaries until something interesting happens. Okay. I definitely would have liked to see more pikes come out from Vicox in this game, I think. Yeah. Well, I don't know. More upgrades on these pikes, I think, would have been alright. I'm not a fan of just leaving these pikes out in the open here. Vicox has got all his archers back and reformed, which is always nice to see. Piper just hanging out with some of these light cav units, sitting him out on the side. That's something a lot of players like to do with their light cav, I think, is just camp him out behind your opponent and always keep him kind of checking the cav, always looking at the light cav, and you can do some pretty nice stuff with it. Because usually, a lot of the time what happens is like an opportunity comes and then you can do stuff. Like now, you can probably pick this Green Archer off. Close. But yeah, sometimes your opponent decides to just go straight up and engage, and then you can come in with your light cav and just steal some archers, and that's always nice. These side chariots though, Piper is being super careful with them, which I love to see. These side chariots, you really only want to engage the cav, so if they're not engaging the cav, you don't care. So he's just keeping them well away. And he's waiting for the cav to come in, and then just gonna kill him with these side chariots. Companions from Vicox are the main threat. But if he deals with these infantry, then he can deal with the cav pretty safe. So it's kind of vice versa as well. If he deals with the cav, he can deal with the infantry. So, you know, it looks like Piper's just playing it safe and waiting for a situation where he can identify which one's easier to take out. He can probably even take out both at once if he just gets like a perfect engagement. But as soon as these Silver Shield Legionaries get involved with anything, I think Piper's probably won just based on the merits of his superior infantry and cav. So Vicox is fighting an uphill battle, I'd say. All these archers and stuff are going to be great if they can get some shots off and save some flaming arrows for these dudes here, these side chariots. Oh, Piper almost able to bait some pikes into Peeler there. Does get a bit of Peeler off, but kills a couple guys. But yeah, these archers are doing work for Vicox. He's just got to get as many shots as he can out of them. And the problem is they're exhausted as well. So if they're exhausted, they're not going to be very good. Their missiles aren't going to be great. But Piper's just going to engage now. He thinks, you know, I'm going to just take this fight. I'm just going to do it. And then Vicox is like, nah, I'm not gonna fight. Which is fair enough. You want to get more missiles out. You want to get more arrows out before you engage. And you don't want to engage these Silver Shield Legionaries. Like, you want to avoid them like the plague. That's why Piper's keeping them so close to everything. Nice attempts by Piper to tie down these Royal Pikes and then bring in his infantry. Really like to see that. Oh, some nice, very nice. These side chariots running amok from flaming arrows. So very nice pick off there, and that's kind of what I mean by you can get punished very hard as a chariot player. You know, you just leave a unit there exposed for a bit, and bam, gone. 900 and something denarii down the drain, right there, and hasn't even actually touched anything. It's just 9 guys left, so that's like the full unit, and it's just run amok. So you're pretty sad when that happens a lot of the time. Piper could probably send some of these Greek cav units and try and pick off some of these archers. I feel like he's keeping these Royal Pike units in really bad positions though. This one's going to get peeled to pieces if he's not careful. These two are way isolated. Why are they all the way out to the side? He should just keep them close to his cav, because you should just keep them close and try and get a cav engagement or close to your pikes, so your pikes can come in and save the day. Oh, side chariot unit. Did not see that one there. Did not see that one there. Wow. Nice move by Piper. Okay, it's gonna die. But it might have just tied him down long enough for these cataphracts to come in. Oh no. Oh no. Oh, that sucks. It's really sad for Vicox. And Vicox is gonna have 2 of his infantry units just snapped up here and killed. Any companion cav? I swear there was companion cav around. Or did they just die? I'm not sure. But yeah, these Silver Shield Legionaries pretty much spell the end of every... Oh, there is companion cav in there. Yeah. So, just based on the numbers, it's like 6 versus 4. The cav isn't winning. And all these infantry means that Vicox's infantry isn't winning. So that was just really unfortunate for Vicox, kind of. Yeah. His companion cav just got caught out by the side chariot pick-off from Piper. Piper sees the line. He just rams that chariot in, slams the rest of his cav in. Vicox tries to come in and save them, but his pikes are too far away, and the pikes that do come get intercepted by the mass of Silver Shield Legionaries. So there you go, GG. Heroic victory for Piper there, and yeah, there you go. Well played to both players, and I'll see you guys in the playoffs.